spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find.
Hey there, guys.
Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish?
I don't know.
I have asked the plants, but they do not remember.
Have you asked the
Plants
rocks?
have asked the rocks,
But the rocks do not recall.
Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samos the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking.
Nay.
As with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Welcome to Jak and Daxter, guys.
Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
The Precursor Legacy. It's time to start Jak and Daxter series. A poor franchise that Naughty Dog has left to die.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack.
Look at the wampus on that girl. They put wampa fruits in the game. A little nod to Crash Bandicoot again.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps.
Wampa fruits.
Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? Jak, I think we're in trouble! Ow!
Oh no! Dax! He fell into the dark eco.
Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What?
What is dark eco made out of? Oh. Every single gamer girl bath water.
I'm fine.
Dark eco is made out of every single gamer girl's bath water. Look what it did to Daxter.
In green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go.
Misty Islands!
That's right!
And Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man!
Are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied dark eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the sage. But he lives far to the north.
Far
to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while.
Huh.
The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer? You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
Oh man. Every single time I play this game still...
is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
Okay. This game still got it, man. It just... Whew.
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
Yeah, like I said, Naughty Dog kind of left Jak and Daxter to focus on more serious stuff, more Uncharted stuff, and The Last of Us. And pretty much that's all they've been doing.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grav zoomer.
As much as I love, oh, hang on. Woo! Our first power cell. As much as I love Naughty Dog, I wish they would do something else.
You found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the Lurkers must have captured them all.
I'll try and hunt them down. Yeah, like I said, I love Naughty Dog, but they're okay. They're very professional, just like Rockstar. But they take a long time to make a game, and they've only been focusing on Uncharted and The Last of Us, which is good games. But man, oh man, oh man!
Wow, that last scout fly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
Man, oh man, oh man, do they take a while. I mean, I know they want to get it right, get it done, professional. And Rockstar, they're at the same boat. They kind of take a while to make their games too, because it's got to be right, That's why they're so legendary. These are legendary companies, I understand that, I get it. But like with Naughty Dog...
Notice how each blue eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power. That's blue eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
With Naughty Dog, the thing about Naughty Dog and Rockstar has a couple of games that they threw into the mix other than just Grand Theft Auto over and over and over and over. Naughty Dog, they created Crash, then they moved on to Jak and Daxter, then they moved on to Uncharted. They don't really have too much of a variety. Yeah, that's the word. Oh. They don't have too much variety of games other than just Uncharted and The Last of Us.
This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through your body.
Cause they still own the rights for Jak and Daxter. They just haven't done anything with them. They did try to, but...
That's a blue eco vent. more concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Okay. Let's use it to open that door. Whoops.
Good work. The blue eco caused the door to open. With blue eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
Are we going 100% the game? You know, Jak and Daxter, this game is not really all that
Those
long.
little green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos, or one big green one to increase your health.
Gotcha. Jak and Daxter, this game isn't that long. It doesn't really take too long to 100%. So, sure, why not? I 100% it because the secret ending is kind of crucial.
Then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
It's kind of crucial to get the secret ending because it kind of shows you the start of the second game. All right, we're done here, right? Woo! All right, let's go back. Let's go to stage hut. Woo!
Good training, boys. But that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jak? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you?
Sure.
Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there.
I know how to get there.
Now, all of you, get out of here!
Let's talk to him again. He got some more dialogue. I think we gotta leave and then come back. I know we can talk to him again. Whoops.
Some brave adventurers you two are. Back already and without clearing my blocked eco-harvesters. They're on the far side of the beach, boys.
Oh.
Now, get moving!
You know, I never, did that question, came back and talked to him. I wonder what would happen. Or what would he say? He'll probably just tell me where to go next. Okay. Kara.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
Aren't you an animal?
You don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground.
What's wrong with Jak's
Some of these
ears?
pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
Yeah, I can take another look. What's wrong with Jak's ear? And that... What? Oh, no, okay. I thought it was... nothing. It was nothing. Phew. Oh, yeah, what I was saying about Naughty Dog and Rockstar. Yeah, Rockstar has a couple of games that they've done other than, just Grand Theft Auto over and over and over. They got Bully. They have Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. They got... oh, what's that game? Max Payne. I haven't played that game, but I can't wait to play it for the channel. What else they got?
Oh, don't tell me that you two have problems as well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this.
Monsters.
See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving?
There's no power.
Our village has no power.
The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
I don't think anybody's running for that position other than you on this island. You shouldn't have any competition.
Hey! It looks like scout flies are always in red boxes.
Red!
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment.
A most inopportune
set off
moment.
on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
Sure. Why not? I mean, it looked like you got a lot of resources already in your house. But, yeah, sure, I'll see what I can do. I'll come back and talk to you. What's going on with this man? Oh, dude, he's lost his muse!
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that Misty Island.
How?
Just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute! We are not going back to Misty Island! Are we?
Yes, we got to. We need to find more power cells. So I guess we're gonna be breaking the rules yet again. There's some stuff down here. The thing about it, I don't really even have to think if I'm gonna 100% this game or not, because every single time I play this game, I have to 100%. I don't know what it is, it's just got that pull on me, Let's go on the other side of the beach before we go. Well, the island before we go to the beach.
Oh, I just can't do it.
I love these characters. I forget this lady's name. Hi.
Oh my, what a horribly sick little bird.
What?
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
You think he's a bird?
Sorry, I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied ringframe. Yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flut-flut near the beach. Now there's
Flut-flut.
poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
Nice. Some of you guys probably wondering what the heck is that's a flut-flut. The flut-flut is this game's version of Yoshi. Kinda, a little bit. Hang on. It's one of these precursor contraptions.
What a weird-looking thing! I'll bet we can get this open if you power up with that zappy blue eco stuff.
Woo! We don't see that contraption outside this game. They don't bring it back for 2 or 3. I don't bring it back now. I like how nice and neat everybody's house is. Hey.
Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you.
Hey.
Just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day.
It's a yak cow.
Strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral?
Sure. Strange creature tried to steal them? A strange creature. People keep on saying about these monster sightings, but there's barely... Oh, well, the workers. Yeah. No, I think they're called lurkers. Lurkers or workers? I think it's lurkers. I guess they made their way over here at some point. This is kind of like the... Well, in this game has like 4 hub worlds. It's kind of like a hub world, something like that, you know. And I don't know what I call it, a hub world. I mean, it's like a this main spot you go back to go to different levels and sections of the game. I don't know if I would call them hub worlds. I just call them levels. Cause like we got the main island. Let's see, the next island is like this rain type of. Oh man, I'm not good with names. I can't remember any of them. I'm missing one more. Oh. Come on. This right here is a yak owl. You never see them again after this game. There's a lot of stuff in this game that you never see in the previous game. I mean, in the next game, excuse me. I'm missing one more? Oh. All the way out here. What, you prefer this grass out here than the other grass all around? Come on, I gotta get you back. Come on. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, get in there. Get. There you go.
The farmer owes us a power cell. Let's go talk to him.
Okay. Hey,
Ah, well done, my boy. You actually got those flea bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
Why don't you go in your house and go to bed? If you're all done out here. Let's get these, Precursor eggs. I forget what they're called. Forgot already. This is the fire canyon. This is how we get to the next level. Okay. I just wanted to see if there was any more up here. Woo! Alright. Let's, do I want to go up there now? I mean, how many do I have? How do I look? How many do I got? I got 80? Yeah, we ain't got enough. I think you need around like 200 or something to get both of those power cells over there. That is a, oh boy, what is it, Lurkers? It's, Jesus Christ, I forget what it's called. I ain't played Jak and Daxter in a while. It's a Precursor artifact. It's a thing. It's like a robot. It's like a Precursor robot that's embedded into the rocks. Precursors are, well, I'm not gonna explain it. The game is gonna, you know, as we go along with the story, they're gonna explain it. I couldn't really explain it to you no way.
Enough orbs to trade for a power cell. Let's get back and make the switch already.
It's not that I don't know it. It's just that I'm terrible, just terrible at explaining things. I'm not good at that. Just not. I couldn't even explain to you how to make a sandwich without stuttering and messing it up and thinking, oh well, I think you gotta have bread. Yeah, the bread. And a little bit of mayonnaise in it, not too much. I'm trying to think now. Do you put mayonnaise in there? Okay. We gotta be careful here. I want to go ahead and turn on the power first. Yeah, let's get that power turned back on. Now, what I was saying a while ago about Naughty Dog and Rockstar has like a lot of games they got going on. But Naughty Dog, on the other hand, they only have like a good few of games that they only made. Sure, they made multiple games, but of the same series. You know, like they made Crash, 1, 2, 3, and Race. Team Race, and then they made Jak and Daxter, 1, 2, 3 again, and then Jak X, and then they passed the game on to some game company to make Jak and Daxter Lost Frontier, I want to say the game is called. And then that was pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Jak and Daxter. And we haven't had a new Jak and Daxter game since. They tried to make a new game, but like, they wanted to make it... I'm trying to remember how it went and what they said. They said something about... Because, you know, Jak and Daxter, the PlayStation 2 era. And so nowadays, trying to make them into a modern time and giving them a modern look, I guess they was trying to make them look a little bit more realistic, like almost like a Grand Theft Auto type kind of like look. Well, not like Grand Theft Auto style and vision, but you know what I mean, like that kind of, you know, modern, realistic, you know, kind of thing. And they were trying to do that, and I think they had a problem with Jak. And yeah, Jak and Daxter was the problem, I think. Well, they were trying to get the look right, you know, trying to get the feel, and they couldn't feel it. They couldn't get like the look down. They couldn't really decide, and so they said,
machine and break the mirror, diverting the precursor beam.
So I think they said that it didn't feel right, so they just stopped and just put it down for a minute, you know, until they can pick it up again. But Naughty Dog said that they weren't gonna pick up Jak and Daxter for a while because they wanted to focus on more realistic stuff like Uncharted and The Last of Us. And then, like, you know, the creators, the co-founders of Naughty Dog, they kind of left. They left a while ago. Okay. We're directing the power.
He's scattered all over the jungle. Must redirect the eco beam. Let's go fiddle with him. Line up the beam by pointing it at the next tower.
They wanted to focus on, you know, realistic situation. Well, I guess you can't call The Last of Us kind of realistic.
We can follow the beam to find the next tower.
But you know what I mean, kind of like a more serious type of tone story. They wanted more of that, and Jak and Daxter just didn't cut it even after, you know, Jak and Daxter had that big change in Jak and Daxter 2, where it becomes a lot more serious. But I guess it still wasn't serious enough. I mean, cause like to me, if you ask me, this game, its story.
Next tower and reconnect the beam there.
This story is, you know, it's fantasy, and like The Last of Us, that's kind of fantasy as well with the zombies and stuff. You know, zombies ain't real, so. But it still has a lot more serious tone to it. I understand that. I get it. And Jak and Daxter, you can't really compare that to The Last of Us, you know? So I get what they were trying to go for. And why they just kind of wanted to focus on that kind of genre for a minute. And they have for quite a while. And I'm sitting up here wondering, you know, when we gonna take a step back into fantasy and do some Jak and Daxter stuff? Cause I mean, I can't be like the only guy, you know? I can't be like the only person that is like itching for like another Jak and Daxter adventure. Cause like, if you guys don't, I don't want to spoil it, you know, if you've never seen this kind of game before or know anything about the series. But after this game, you know, Grand Theft Auto was blowing up, and this was just, you know, your typical platformer, collect it done kind of game, and that's what they were going for, and I think they pulled it off quite well. This game is very well loved. But it kind of wanted to, you know, follow the trend, and Grand Theft Auto was popping at the time. And so they kind of wanted to do something like that, but instead of starting from scratch, they turned Jak and Daxter into, well, I don't want to spoil it, but, you know, they gave it a little, I'll just say they gave it a little bit more of a serious tone. And a little bit more of a serious story. And a little more of a serious Jak. And then, you know, the story kept on progressing from there, and then they made a racing game.
There's little lightning marks on those posts, and there's lightning coming out of that vent over there. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Now, I have no idea what people think about Jak X, but I love that game. That is a very fun game. It's a racing game, you know, it's Jak X, Combat X, or whatever you want to call it. Different names, same game. I don't know what people think about that game, but honestly, for a racing game, I loved it. Oh my god, it's so fun. Honestly, to be honest, I like that game more than the Mario Kart. Mario Kart, that's a pretty fun game too. I like, well actually, let's see, I'm trying to think, all the racing kart games. I'm trying to think, what's my favorite racing kart? To be honest, I like Nitro Fuel. You know, Team Racing. I like Team Racing, then they remastered it. And then they put Nitro Kart in there. Crash Team Racing, you know, Crash Bandicoot. His own racing game. They remade it and then they called it Nitro Fuel, and oh my god, it's really good looking and it's fun. And it's, I don't know. It doesn't really have, I think I like that game more than Mario Kart. Because Mario Kart, as fun as Mario Kart is, Mario Kart has a lot of, it has a lot of stuff in it that I don't like and wish, well, I don't want to say I don't like. There's some items in the game where I just kind of wish that wasn't available for the last lap.
Powered up with the blue stuff.
Oh
so
man, how am I gonna? How can I get you guys to understand what I'm saying? So, Mario Kart 8 has like, you know, it's a children racing car game, and it has like these power-ups or items that you can use to throw at opponents to like try and get ahead, and that's fine. But the thing about the game is that it has like these, it has like 2 power-ups to like knock out who's ever in first. They got the blue shell, excuse me. Let's see, they blue shelled, and I think they got the thunder cloud or whatever it's called. That basically kind of zaps everybody and it kind of staggers everybody for quite a while. That's fine, I don't have any problem with that. The blue shell is something I have a problem with. I feel like, I don't know what you guys think about it, but hear me out. I don't have a problem with the blue shell being a thing, but like when you're on the last lap, I feel like it shouldn't be attainable anymore. Because you're on that last lap, and like, I just don't think it's all that fair, per se, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, how can I say this? Because it really, like, once you have an item like that, it really all comes down to a matter of luck of the game. It doesn't matter how good you are or how skilled you are. It kind of all comes down to luck. Now, the thing, well, you can counter the blue shell, but like, it's still kind of rare to do that. Cause you see, the thing is, if you can, let me just make this picture in your head. let's say you're playing a race. It's a 3 laps. You know, you're doing good. You're like really good at the game. You're drifting. You're turning. You know, you're so far ahead. You know, and you've passed all 2 laps, and you're on your final lap, and you're about to win. But then someone throws the blue shell, knocks you out. That stuns you for a minute, and then like other racers can come up and just take the win from you when you've been like putting in all the work. It's not a good feeling, you know? And so I was thinking, oh, and yeah, like I said, you can counter the blue shell. You can.
We need to get to the top of that tower.
Like if you have an item, you can kind of hold it behind you, and if the blue shell comes, no, I don't think you can do that to a blue shell. No, that's right, you can't do that to a blue shell because it flies. It doesn't like, it's not like a red shell where it like comes at you on the ground. It flies over you, so you're gonna get hit unless you have that horn. Yeah. I'm sorry, the horn. There's like this item in the game where you basically, it's a horn. It makes like this noise, a sound effect, and the blue shell can get blown away by it. That's kind of rare to get when you're on the final lap. Cause like if you're in first and you're in the final lap, your most common items are gonna be a banana, which, you know, you put on the ground, let a car slip over it, stuns them for a while, or a coin. A coin is just something that helps you go faster but it becomes irrelevant when you're like, you have 10 of them and you don't need any more. You can only hold 10. So getting a coin is a useless item. I don't know, what do you guys think? I just feel like the blue shell just shouldn't be attainable on the final lap anymore, you know? Because it kind of ruins it a little bit. It's kind of cheap shot. But it don't matter how good you are, unless you're like super far ahead and you don't have to worry about any kind of repercussion.
É como ritual, sentidos se entrelaçam em busca do ideal. Deixa a taça girar, o aroma está no ar e faz sonhar. Sensação sutil, sutil, sabor gentil, gentil.